Late afternoon, I lie in the long grass and wait for words. The still white clouds mock me. Then, unexpectedly, the sound of music. I sit up. When I was 9 years old, my family dissolved. The first chapter of my novel, Leaving Maggie Hope, tells the story of how my mother shot my stepfather, and she didn't do any damage particularly, but it was the end of the marriage. My stepfather went to New York, he was a lawyer, and my mother went to the hospital. And what do you do with a 9-year-old boy? And the answer is, you send him to boarding school. And I loved it because I felt safe and secure there. And the second year at boarding school, I earned a weekend. So I decided I wanted to spend a weekend with my mother, and I took the train from my school to New York City, got out of the train at Grand Central Station, and my mother wasn't there. And I would say that was the single most traumatic event of my childhood. There's a line in one of my poems, he put his tears in his back pocket with his used handkerchief. So I put my tears in my back pocket with my used handkerchief, and I decided to be strong, to work hard, to be successful in school, and not to get too emotionally involved with my family. I think what I wanted to do was not to repeat what my mother did. I wanted to be a good husband, a good father, have a family. I got married, we had children, and when we moved to Davidson, I mean, it was like Davidson was the perfect family place. The strings carry our love over the hills to the sea. The horns offer it to the sky, and the strings set it aloft. It is done. They have gone home, and who and what they are we carry within ourselves. It was in the Easter of 1967. We'd been here 3 years, and very, very, very unexpectedly, with no warning whatsoever, our daughter died just before her 4th birthday. I had never written a poem to speak of before that, but I had put my tears away in my back pocket with my used handkerchief, and I literally was not able to express feelings and emotions. And poetry is the language of the soul. Poetry is the language of feelings and emotions. And so I began very slowly to write poetry to express my sense of loss, my sense of grief, my sense of love. The girl in the yellow raincoat waits on the sidewalk outside my window. The flower in her hair is wet. She stands very still, her eyes focused upward on some object I cannot see. She does not move, but she smiles slightly. Perhaps she plays the cello, and she is humming Bartok silently, making the bow ripple with her tongue against her teeth. Or maybe she's waiting for a bus to take her to her lover. Or she has read a letter from Paris or Istanbul, and she smells coffee and chestnuts steam roasted. And she hears in the narrow streets the cries of vendors under the aged curves of bridges. Perhaps she's just a girl, standing in the rain in the early morning while the street shines. It is nothing, you argue. Then why do I weep? And why are there splinters in my palms? And why do I stand here long, long after she is gone? My soul is a teacher. I mean, there's no question that what I wanted to do with my life is be a teacher. When I went to boarding school, the people I loved the most were my English teachers. And at Kent School, my English, and at Princeton and Harvard, I loved my teachers because they were my male models. This week I'm teaching three classes, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and one on Thursday. And I love it, and I love being with the student. I have mostly now what they call mature students, older students, and I love it. It's wonderful. I mean, I wouldn't. If I couldn't be a teacher, then I'd want to be the center fielder for the New York Yankees.